AI altcoin season is back, with AI now the #1 trending narrative over on coinmarketcap.com. So what? Well, it means that some AI coins have been pumping over 130% in just the last few days, and we're here to find the next coins that are going to see those massive pumps. Many AI coins right now have quite large market caps, so I've gone away and conducted days of research to find 3 small cap AI altcoin gems that I think have incredible potential to see massive returns throughout this bull market. Hit the like button. Let's get into today's video. Okay, before we dive in and find out about these 3 altcoins, it's really important that you understand why AI is pumping and why it's such an interesting area for a potential investment. Nvidia, the world's largest AI company that makes AI chips, is not crypto by the way, is at all-time highs. It's the 3rd largest company in the world behind Microsoft and Apple, and you can see the growth has been absolutely explosive. Why? Well, because everyone else out there is talking about why AI is changing the world right now. All businesses are starting to try and implement AI in one way or another. And if you look at what Cathie Wood is saying, software is the next big move and the next AI opportunity. She talks a lot about how all the money spent on Nvidia chips, like if you're spending $1 on an Nvidia chip, you're going to see a return of $8. This isn't talking about investment, but it's talking about the growth of AI right now. And all investors out there are speculating on where they can find the next Nvidia, where they can find the next insane growth in their investment. This means that crypto, being a very speculative area, is going to benefit a lot from this money and capital flowing into the space. A lot of that money will then flow into AI cryptos due to the speculation that everyone is anticipating happening. So it makes perfect sense that AI is the right narrative, probably to be looking at right now. And if you look across to CoinMarketCap, you can see that AI is trending aggressively behind the Solana ecosystem and of course meme coins, which make no sense at all, but you know, whatever it is, fine. Now, what we can see down below is a lot of the most popular AI projects that people talk about a lot have massive market caps. But despite having massive market caps, a lot of them have managed to get to huge market caps without really driving very much revenue at all. These, therefore, are mostly driven by speculation. And I know that's going to upset a lot of you, but it's mainly speculation that's driving this price. ICP, for example, $4.5 billion market cap. ICP has a revenue of like $30 a day, which means it's propped up more by its idea, its speculation that's going forward. Same with a number of these other companies. But if we can find smaller market cap coins that are actually generating revenue, then we're onto something, don't you think? Now, the 3 AI projects that I'm focusing on today are all pretty much in the same little narrow niche, okay? They're called AI agents. These are the next generation that Cathie Wood and others are talking about seeing potentially massive growth. Why? Well, at the moment, you've got things like ChatGPT. That's a large language model, which is basically like a glorified search engine. Okay, it basically responds to you like a human and helps you out with lots of different tasks, but it's basically just using information it already knows and can continue to learn. It can't go away and do tasks for you. You can't ask it to go and do your shopping for the day on Amazon. You can't go and ask it to do your taxes. Okay, it's not yet at that point. It can't work autonomously on different tasks without you giving it input. Now, the first AI agent that I'm going to talk about today is Tars AI. And I talked about this on the channel a few months back when the prices were a little bit lower than they are now, but we still sit there with a market cap of $55 million, which I think is incredibly low. Now, as you can see, this is on Solana, and in fact, it's backed by the Solana Foundation, making it quite an interesting pick. Over on DeFiLlama.com, you can see the Solana TVL continues to grow aggressively, and the volume on Solana still sits at around $3.7 billion per day, which is still huge, okay? So the Solana ecosystem coins still can do very well. I know I made a video last week saying that I'd sold my Solana for Sui. Still think that was a smart move and it's paid off so far in a big way. But there are still coins in the Solana ecosystem that will benefit, and Solana will continue to grow as an ecosystem with bigger TVL. So why Tars AI? Well, the AI architecture protocol on Solana. Effectively, it's the first major platform on Solana that is connecting other applications, non-AI applications on Solana with AI. And what it's planning to do is unlock all the potential that sits within those million Solana users, which is obviously quite a smart move. Now, effectively what it's doing is it's building in new AI architecture that can be utilized by other applications that are built onto Solana. And basically you can implement these different elements into different projects, okay? So if you're building a project on Solana that might be around DeFi, it might be around Deepin, whatever it is, this then can be integrated into your system so that you can use the Tars protocol AI framework to be able to upgrade the systems that you're already running. You can see all these different applications available here, and we'll check out one of them in just a moment because it's actually pretty cool. You can see that the principal utility token is the Tars AI token, which is ticker TAI. And you can see that TARS enables commercialization of AI applications through the network. All revenue generated will then be distributed as rewards across the network ecosystem, participated back into the native token. So just coming back, what that means, and this is a very important note to carry into any other crypto you're looking at, is saying that when they're generating profits from using this ecosystem, okay, selling this ecosystem to other different companies, it means that the profits will then be put back into the token value, okay? So maybe that's through a burn mechanism, maybe that's through buybacks, but that's a very important thing, okay? When you want to buy into tokens, it's great if everyone else out there buys the token, but you want other things that are going to aid the value of the token increasing, okay? So coming down below, you can see they've got partners like Solana Foundation, Google, Bybit. They're all on major exchanges, etc. They've partnered up with AIOZ, Singularity Net, and other bigger AI companies, okay? So they've got lots of different bits and pieces going on. And what we can see is the first kind of iteration of this AI agent, okay? So you can see I've got a balance up here. I've not actually bought any TARS AI to make this happen, but you could go and experiment for this yourself. Now you can see what is the price of Solana now. It gives me a few different things I can query. So I can say, what is the price of Solana now? It's going to go to the live markets. Now you can use ChatGPT and things for this, and this is obviously a large language model right now, but it also gives you the opportunity in time to be able to ask it to do different things. Okay, so the different AI agents, one is going to be checking the charts. You can then go and ask it questions like, what is the change in the TVL on Solana over the last 6 months? And then it's going to give you some sort of insights and updates like this. Now, this is kind of similar to what you might get on ChatGPT, but the next iteration of this is different AI agents coming in and being able to talk to each other. So, for example, you ask it a question like, is it a good time to buy Solana? Is Solana going to pull back? Where do you anticipate it pulling back to? And then it's going to go and look at charts. It's going to give you its technical analysis, and then it's going to allow you to make decisions. You can then say, hey, I want you to go and buy me like 2 Solana at this price, set a trade, and then you can set it and forget it, and then it's going to go and set the trades for you. And that's all very exciting, okay? All very early stages right now, still in the kind of speculative area. But to be honest, the bet for me relies on a few different things. It's the AI crossover with the Solana ecosystem. This is part of the Solana Foundation. Therefore, it makes perfect sense to me as to why this on a speculative market could perform quite strongly. As I look into the chart, it had an incredibly successful launch when you consider what happened to the rest of the market that was launching after March. It had that obviously initial push. It then dropped down as this kind of accumulation area. This is where we were talking about it the other day on a video. And if you missed that video, it's probably because you're not subscribed. So if you want to catch these coins before they go and pump towards the upside, then make sure you are subscribed with the notification bell on. There's going to be a bunch of new small cap altcoins that we're going to talk about in the coming weeks, some of which have the potential to see 50x's. You want 50x's? Make sure you subscribe, guys. Now you can see we are seeing a move out. If I go for a daily chart, then it should give us an indication of what we could expect. You can see that this is probably like a triple bottom pattern, okay? Here, you can see this is probably the neckline through here. I would anticipate that if we can push up, maybe see a retest. We've already seen one, but we see a retest somewhere around 15 cents. That might give me just a good entry if I was so looking to get into this particular coin. Okay, chart looks pretty decent. Obviously, go away and do your own research. I do hold a small bag of this, small market cap. Do see potential in this going forward. So where does TARS AI go in terms of price predictions? Well, guys, as with any price prediction, it's incredibly speculative. Okay, we're sat around $50 million market cap right now. We know that some of the bigger AI companies out there, like Tau Pretends, have gone up to $4 billion, which would be around an 80x for something like TARS AI, okay, to current levels. Now, does Bitunix get much bigger than that? Potentially. Does TARS AI get as big as that? Who knows, okay? It's very, very speculative, but a lot of these projects aren't necessarily doing anything that groundbreaking right now. You know, they might have really grand ideas, very exciting things going on, but not necessarily driving huge revenues. A lot of these AI projects are based around speculation. A lot of Cathie Wood and what she's talking about here is based around speculation. So it's worth looking into all of these projects and then seeing where they can potentially end up in the future. By no means am I suggesting that TARS AI has an 80x in it. I'm just saying that there is a potential, just the slimmest potential that it can do that, based on the fact that it's in the right narrative at the right time. But without financially advising you, I would say that there's a comfortable maybe 20 to 30x in this particular token. Now, next up, and a coin I actually don't hold, but I do hold the next one after this, is GT Protocol. Now, GT Protocol is quite an interesting one. It's one I found more recently, currently sitting there with a $30 million market cap. Now, again, you're going to look at this website and you're going to be like, well, it's a bit samey to the last one. Again, guys, with smaller cap altcoins, you've got to be a bit of a gambler, okay? You've got to identify the kind of good opportunities. I think all of them, without fail, are more than likely going to go up much higher than they are right now. Some of them will outperform others, and identifying them right at this stage, can be tricky. These are the best 3 that I've found from a big bunch of different coins that I've looked at, okay? But hopefully you'll understand why. Now again, partnered up with some big names across crypto, DAOmaker, Animoca brands. Pretty handy to see some big names on there. And it is good. While many of you don't think it's good to be in VC coins, who do you think is pumping liquidity into the market right now? Okay? It's not retailers, okay? It's not suddenly, you've told your grandma about it and she's come and put her, her pension into crypto. It's not. It's the VCs who've been buying in to cryptos before they've even gone live, like years ago, who are now injecting liquidity into the market to pump the prices up. So you can benefit from those pumps as well. Don't get confused about this VC coin BS, okay? It's rubbish, right? Yeah, you want to be out of the markets before we get towards the top because they will dump on you. But guess what? So will I, and if you're smart, so will you. But right now, before the markets get towards the tops, liquidity is going to come in, and it's probably going to come from the likes of Animoca brands. Anyway, enough ranting. Blockchain AI Executive Protocol. Again, this might look familiar. Another kind of AI agent similar to what we've just looked at. But actually, this is different, okay? If you go and watch this video, which is actually quite cool, you can go and find out all the different things that it does for you. But checking into this doc, which is available on the website, you can see another few different bits and pieces. Basically, you can go and use this to tell you more about the markets. You can go and use it to invest in things if you so wish. You can ask it different questions. You can even say, with the profits that I've made from my Solana trade that I made earlier on, I want you to tell me about some different shoes that would be good to go and impress a girl at the weekend. Does things like being able to kind of communicate and work with you on your crypto. Things like this have the potential to really level the playing field when it comes to Web3 and crypto. And I do think that AI in the next bull market after this one is going to rule everything. Okay, we're not going to be buying and selling cryptos anymore. Okay, not personally. We're going to have AI agents running the show for us. And these are the first editions of these kind of things, okay? And this is where it becomes very cool. You can see it comes with software development kits, which means you can integrate this kind of stuff into your existing business. Again, it's going to put pressure on that supply and demand model, which is obviously pretty cool. You can see that you can launch the application and go away and play around with this particular application. You can go and follow different traders and follow their strategies using AI, okay? So you can get your AI to follow each of these different strategies, and hopefully it's going to keep following the winning traders and every day analyze the different traders to save you having to do all the things that you probably should be doing anyway, which is pretty cool. But as you go through this document, one thing will seem very much more clear to you, okay? First of all is this. You can see that AI startups are growing up to 100x very, very quickly, and they've outgrown things like Instagram, Spotify. It's obviously not this company, okay? This is talking about ChatGPT, which has seen incredibly fast growth. We're seeing it across AI in general right now, okay? One other thing that's really, really important to focus on is this particular company has already made $927,000. You might not be like, oh, well, that's not necessarily life-changing. Okay, well, actually, that is a lot of money in terms of revenue, considering that the market cap right now is 29 million. So it's made 2 or 3% of its market cap in revenue already, which is actually pretty damn big when it comes to crypto companies. So keep paying attention to that. Definitely go across and check out these websites. What I would do, and if you've got the time, is to go and check each of these different products, okay? Look at what they're going to be able to do that's going to upset that supply and demand model. Use their different products. Some of them might be early stages, a bit of scratch. Don't worry too much about that. If you've seen lots of progression over time, then this is going to be a potentially very interesting project. So where does GTAI stack up on the charts? Well, you will see compared to Tars AI that actually it hasn't performed quite as nicely as Tars AI did. In fact, it launched a little bit earlier than Tars AI, and you can see up until around March, it had an incredible run from its very first launch, doing around a 24x. This shows a big intent to get involved in this token. Then you can see that the market obviously cools down. It does it all across altcoins, and you can see this kind of parabola forming. Now, interestingly, you can see that once we break this downtrend, you can see that the general consensus is moving in an upwards direction. Now, what we can see is after finding this bottom, we can see that it's already pumping up 146%. It's run into this area of interest here. It is starting to show intent to move back higher. Again, just back to all-time highs. You can see is basically a 6.5x to all-time highs at a time in the market when only 20% of retail was in. I think retail is going to get so sold into the AI narrative that AI is going to pump beyond its means, okay? Crypto has the ability to deliver on a narrative, but also it delivers way beyond its means. What do I mean? Well, I mean, lots of these projects are now starting to generate revenue and things like that, which is excellent. But you also got a lot of people speculating on what if, and particularly on these nice looking trendy products like these particular things, gets people really excited. Again, where can we speculate on this going into the future? Well, currently sat at around $30 million, which is a little bit smaller than Tars AI. 10x takes it to 300 million. 800x takes it to 3 billion. I think realistically we can reach towards $1 billion for this particular token, which is somewhere in and around 33x. I do think that in a crazy bull market, if AI gets as big as we are anticipating, that maybe a 60x is potentially possible. But obviously go away and do your own research. Don't invest in anything I talk about. Don't blindly buy, guys, because you only have yourself to blame if you do that. Now, on to the last one. And whilst it's not the smallest market cap of the few that we've talked about, it has been one of the top performing recently, and it is a coin that I've been talking about on the channel for a very long time now. It is Delisium, AGI, and I know a firm favorite with lots of people out there. Now, Delisium, kind of similar in a way to what we've just seen with other projects, but actually it's a network for AI agents. It's allowing AI agents to talk to each other. So you might be asking one AI agent to do something, and it has to go and ask different AI agents for information. In the same way that you might go to a company and you ask the receptionist, can you go and get someone to like print this piece of paper? They have to go and ask one of the helpers to go and like print something. Obviously, I would have come up with a better analogy than that, but it's late in the day. It's a Friday. I kind of fancy having a beer. I need to get on with this. Okay, so I didn't have time to go and look up a better analogy, but just stick with that, right? AI agents. This is basically what they are, okay? Digital people who are going to help you with stuff. Makes sense? Right, blockchain AI for humanity. Sounds cool, right? Powerful. But actually, I've been talking about this stuff for a while, and actually back here when we saw this crazy run, which I like to say is one of our better performing calls on the channel, from the people who were following along the channel back last year, you can see that it ran in a very short space of time. It did nearly a 12x. And after kind of launching before. So basically in this very speculative time when it wasn't really achieving a huge amount other than what we're going to do, you can see it absolutely blew up. Now we can see it starting to move again. But this time is different for AGI, Delisium, because they've actually started to utilize the Lucy AI agent. And I'll show you how to use Lucy in just a moment. Now what you can see down below is the YKILY network, which is the uniquely named You Know I Love You network, which is maybe a bit too cheesy, but that's absolutely fine. Which is the network of different agents. You can see all these different agents and what they're going to do for you. And you can see at the moment, there's 1.4 million wallets on Lucy, which is cool, and 2.6 million transactions have been recorded. And 23,000 are on the wait list, of which I think you might be one, because I am not. I think I actually have it, and I'm going to show it to you in just a moment. Again, partnered with Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA, well, more of you got to see. Things looking good. Now, what we can see is Lucy is still in very early stages, but she's become quite helpful, quite useful. And what you can see is you can go and ask her different things. Okay, so Lucy, hey there. Lucy is the first AI-powered web operating system. And actually, you can go and ask her lots of different things. So I said, should I buy AGI today? Which is Delisium, of course. And she's gone down below and she's talked about all of the different things about this, so you can see. So she's gone and asked the AI agent that looks after the chart analysis, okay? And she's saying, AGI is part of Alameda Research Portfolio. We don't like that, do we? Because it's part of FTX, but you know, whatever. Went up 8.5% in the last few days. She's talking about investors are more confident in AGI than they have been in the previous tokens. She's been talking about other things going on. She talks about the chart analysis. You can see down below, she talks about all the different stuff going on with centralized exchanges. She's talking about the things that make it bearish, okay? She can go and do different things. You can then say, who are the top holders of AGI? And you can go and take their wallets, and you can use these wallets and go and study the narratives. So this is one of the coolest tools I think you've seen now in crypto recently, okay? Now again, you can see I've asked it about other projects like TAI, TARS Protocol, and you see it's going to give me more information about TARS Protocol. And you can then ask it more to give me the basic information. And yes, this is again a beta stage. It's very early stages, but you can see the power in this, okay? Because you can then ask Lucy in the future, go and buy me some Ethereum tokens. How do you reckon I should invest a portfolio of $10,000? I have $10,000 to my name. I want you to invest it in medium risk tokens and then, give me my returns in the next 6 months or so. Stuff like that, okay? This is completely the future. I think it's in the very early stages, but this stuff is going to absolutely take over. And once it starts getting implemented into different exchanges as well, it's going to be absolutely crazy in my opinion. And we can see just the result of the excitement returning into the market here in the Delisium chart. You can see nice pump after this bottom hit. We're up around 76%, 77%. Now retesting these lows, I do anticipate that we will return to these highs as soon as we continue to see Bitcoin breaking out. And literally as I look right now, Bitcoin is continuing to drive higher, 65,800. I do anticipate it moving higher, okay? If it continues to break, and you see this break as well, which is the total market cap minus Bitcoin and Ethereum, then things are going to get really damn exciting very, very shortly, okay? These AI coins are already showing you that. There are many other AI coins out there, okay? These are just 3 AI agents that I think have the potential to see some really decent returns. Now, AGI, Delesium, bigger market cap than the others, $186 million. So probably doesn't have the potential to see the returns of the others, based on the fact that it's already about 6 times bigger. But I do think that it's going to see some earlier growth, maybe than the others, who knows. So again, this is a coin that I do personally hold. I do think that there is a reasonable argument to see this going towards a $2 to $3 billion market cap. Again, we're looking towards 20 to 30 X's on this particular token, should everything go to plan. Now guys, if you're newer to crypto and you want to be able to connect with a like-minded community of people, then for just $20 per month, you can join the Inner Circle, which is linked down below in the description. Now, this is an area where you can connect with people like myself, who's in there quite regularly, and you can ask lots of different questions. You can discuss all the favorite coins that you want to be able to invest in. Every single day, we also have our pro trader giving trading signals in there, where you can understand exactly what's going on with Bitcoin, Solana, and make some trading decisions based off of this advice. There's a meme coin section where you can hang out with other meme coin degens, and these guys have been finding loads and loads of absolutely monster winners over the last few months. So if you want to catch some of these, you can. You can also catch my Discord exclusive videos, okay? These are videos that go live in the Discord before they go live on YouTube. Okay, so for example, if I'm about to talk about particular coins, like I've done on this video, then I'll already have talked about it on here, telling people what I'm getting into, what I'm about to talk about on YouTube videos. So if you want to find out what I'm about to talk about on YouTube, then get into the Discord. Just $20 per month, link down below in the description. It's called the Inner Circle. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button. Things are about to get very much more exciting in crypto. It's been bloody boring for 6 months in crypto. Okay, we've been waiting for a very long time, and now things are about to get very interesting. So guys, if you got this far through the video, you've obviously enjoyed the content. Make sure you don't miss out on future videos, because there's going to be so much value that I'm going to be giving you in the coming weeks. I'm going to be giving you new smaller cap coins that are coming up on different chains, that are coming up in gaming, that are coming up in DeepIn, and so much more. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Bye bye.